LeBron James will become the NBA's all-time scorer faster than you may think. He's already passed all but 3 legends. Next up, Kobe Bryant, then Karl Malone, and finally, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Side note, the top 4 will all have worn Laker jerseys. I'm sure the rest of the league loves that, don't ya? LeBron passed Michael Jordan about 1,000 points ago, but he has not passed MJ's legacy as the greatest of all time. In this video, we'll break down when LeBron should reach the top of the scoring list and how that will affect his legacy as the best player ever. Hey, it's Casey Kiernan, host of the AM Hoops YouTube channel. We're trying to grow this channel. Please subscribe because every sub counts at this point. We appreciate them all. And if you love the league, check out the AM Hoops podcast. Monday through Friday morning, we go over every single NBA game so you're always up to date. So, to find out when LeBron is going to pass Kobe, Karl Malone, and eventually Kareem, we'll be conservative. He averages 27 points per game for his career, so let's use 22 points per game. That factors in age, teammates taking on more of the scoring load as time goes on, and LeBron sitting out some games. So, with those numbers as our guide, LeBron should pass Kobe Bryant for 3rd on the all-time scoring list sometime around this coming January. That is going to be huge. Next up will be Karl Malone around February of 2022. And finally, LeBron should pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points all time in the NBA somewhere around Christmas of 2022 at 38 years old. That might sound like a long time, but it's not. It'll all be here before we know it. Again, those are conservative estimates. LeBron is just 35 years old, and it doesn't look like he's slowing down at all. Now, his numbers in terms of scoring down a tick this year, but that's because he is deferring to teammates more. In fact, Anthony Davis is on pace to be the first LeBron teammate to lead their team in scoring this season. LeBron has had some advantages along the way, we will give him that. Like Kobe, he went to the league straight from high school and was able to start climbing that list at age 18. Kareem and Karl Malone each spent 3 years in college. But unlike Kobe, LeBron's rookie season was on a desperate Cleveland Cavaliers team, no offense, while Kobe signed on draft night with the LA Lakers. That meant for his first 2 seasons, Kobe came off the bench. He started just 7 games in that time, while LeBron was the focal point of his offense from day one. Now, maybe the craziest thing about this whole scoring record for LeBron James is he's supposedly a guy who is pass first. Now, of course, he has led every single team he's been on in scoring, but the numbers do tell that story. LeBron is the only guy top 10 in both career assists and career points. Another thing that differentiates LeBron is his durability. What he's doing here in year 17 is unprecedented. By that time, MJ had retired twice, was about to join the Wizards, Kobe tore his Achilles, Kareem was still putting up good numbers, but was about to fall off, and Karl Malone was declining fast. Now, what could stop LeBron James from actually reaching the top? The first could stop any player at any time, and that is health. LeBron is a physical freak, but he gets a lot of credit for that. Dude puts $1.5 million into his body every single year to extend his career, and he has seen a big return on that investment. LeBron did suffer the worst injury of his career last season with that groin issue, but that was the exception, not the rule. Another thing that could stop him is retirement, but that is not going to happen. First of all, he has said that one day he would like to play with his son, Bronny. LeBron James Jr. is eligible for the draft as early as 2023, and some people think that LeBron James is still in his prime. And the second thing is, he wants this record. Publicly, LeBron talks about not caring about individual statistics, but he knows all about this record. He's known for a long time. Just look on his IG here about this post from when he got 33K. And remember the photographic memory?
2 on the shot clock, Marcus Morris missed a jump shot, followed it up, they got a dunk, and he came off and missed it. They rebounded it. We came back on the defensive end, and we got a stop. They took it out on the sideline. Jason Tatum took the ball out, threw it to Marcus Smart in the short corner. He made a 3. There you go.
Yeah, LeBron knows about this record, is motivated to get it, and he likely will. So when that happens, barring health or retirement, what will this mean for LeBron James's legacy? Well, the first thing to note is that Kobe, Karl Malone, and Kareem all don't have the GOAT title despite passing MJ in points. But it will get easier for LeBron lovers to argue that the king is also the GOAT. In a blind resume, who would you take? On the left is a player who's gotten more rebounds, more assists, and more points on 602 fewer shots, of course this coming before that most points milestone. The counter argument, of course, will always be MJ's 6 rings and how cold-blooded he was in the playoffs. Now the titles argument puts a lot of weight into team accomplishments, and LeBron shook that not clutch label a long time ago, going back to his first year in Miami. In fact, on potential go-ahead shots in the final 5 seconds of games in the postseason, MJ has hit 5 of 11 for 45%. 3 of those were buzzer beaters, but LeBron has gone 6 for 13 for 46%, 4 of his beating the buzzer. Also, LeBron's got the highest career scoring average in Game 7s at 34.9 points per game and elimination games at almost 33 points per game. And if you consider the teams that they've been on, MJ has had a leg up from day one. Jordan was drafted by a franchise that acquired more great players, Scottie Pippen, was on the forefront of the foreign player movement, Tony Kukoc, and hired eventually a top 3 coach in Phil Jackson. LeBron instead was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, and in his early 20s took a team to the finals with a roster considered to be one of the weakest finals rosters ever. And what about era? Well, Michael dealt with Malone and Stockton, Ewing, eventually got through the bad boy Pistons. LeBron was lucky enough to deal with a super team. Literally 4 of the best players in the whole league decided to team up together to stop LeBron James. Michael did not have to deal with that. And it's not just about points. James has 22 total playoff games with at least 35 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists. That is more 35 8-8 games in the playoffs than MJ, Larry Bird, Kobe, Kareem, Magic, and Wilt combined. One thing though that is impossible to put a number on is the power of Michael Jordan's brand. Do we think that 20 years from now, MJ's legacy is going to have that much weight in, say, a blind resume? Or maybe will LeBron start to catch up? Nike's Jordan brand currently is a $3 billion company. Many of its customers not even born when MJ played his last game. He still makes about $100 million per year from Jordan brand. And to many people who wear MJ's silhouette, he never lost a game and never missed a shot. His brand right now is Teflon. But LeBron James is going to add a lot to his legacy here in the next few years. He'll be the NBA's all-time leading scorer as a pass-first guy with mind-boggling efficiency. And maybe with another ring or 2 with the Lakers, people in the future will look at LeBron as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Support AM Hoops and click subscribe. Don't miss a weekly NBA video.